Welcome back to Foodable Smart Kitchen and Bar. My name is Oscar, your resident master mixologist, and today we're going to be working with Dulce Vida Tequila. Dulce Vida has a full lineup of products. However, they're known for their infused tequila, which they carry 3 different flavors: lime, grapefruit, pineapple jalapeno, and then they have their Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, and Extra Añejo. Today we're going to be working with their Blanco and their lime infused tequila for our cocktails, but first let me tell you a little bit about Dulce Vida. Dulce Vida is made in Mexico, and they're actually 100% organic. They use 100% blue agave for their tequila, but their operation is based out of Austin, Texas, here in the United States. The reason we're using this tequila today is because a couple of factors. Number one, everybody's trying to use organic, fresh, and infused. So, you know, what a better way to do it than by already infused tequila, and actually a great product behind it. So if you ever go into a little bit about the Dulce Vida story, they actually use what is called a vertical program, which actually they own everything. They don't buy their product from someone else to make their tequila. Everything is kind of like within the operations, from the production to the distillation of the tequila. So that's definitely one thing that we want to see, is that they have 100% control of their product. We're gonna get started with our first drink. We're gonna be using our lime infused tequila for my name is Cherry, and our sexy fruit today will be cherry. We have our cayenne pepper, lime juice, and our orange juice. Some pretty simple ingredients that most operators will have in their establishment, which is going to be your fruits and cherry, and your cayenne pepper. That will be easy access for you. We're going to first start with our base, which is going to be our infused tequila. We're going to be using 2 ounces of it, and we're going to use 3/4 of our homemade cherry sauce. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit of that cayenne pepper in it, and then we're going to build a glass with a little crushed ice. Now regular ice for shaking drink. Light shake. And we're gonna build this in layers to create like a different color. So we're gonna put a little bit of the lime juice, orange juice. Gonna garnish this with a little lime and orange zest. And fresh cherry on top. And here we have, my name is Cherry. One of the reasons why I like to use this as a cocktail in any establishment is because, first of all, it's gonna let you play with that color. As soon as somebody sees that drink walking down the aisle, it's gonna like, oh, what is she having? What is he having? Everybody's gonna want to jump on board, especially because we're making homemade cherry sauce, which can easily be replaced by any syrups. Like Money makes a nice cherry puree, and there's a couple more that you probably can get from your vendors. But at the same time, you're gonna have a little layer of sweetness, citrus from the lime and the orange juice, and at the same time, we're gonna have this amazing infused tequila that by itself, it makes a great product. It can be a great skinny margarita. But again, you want to think outside the box and have something that's gonna set you apart from what your competition is doing. So this is definitely a way to catch everyone's attention. We're using California cherries for this, so kind of bringing like a local feeling to it. So definitely want you to try this and give me your 2 cents on it. And to recap with our Dulce Vida Tequila, we're going to be working now with our Blanco selection. Now, Blanco selection is very interesting because it has obviously a clear texture, but we're going to see the aroma. It's going to be more like a citrusy feel, and it's going to have a light spice texture. So therefore, I thought like, hey, you know what? Let's stay away from the margaritas. What a great way to bring this into an operation that kind of like throw a whole mix instead of your traditional Bloody Mary. We're making something called our Bloody Nonsense. And why I say nonsense is because we added a couple of things to our traditional Bloody Mary blend, which we're gonna be playing a little bit with the capers, a little bit of pickles, and we're also gonna, bring a little bit of jalapeno spice to represent Mexico at its finest. It's a great product, so we wanted to bring just the best for it. We made our own batch for this drink, which is gonna be a custom-made Bloody Mary blend with the capers and the celery seeds and the Worcestershire sauce, horseradish, peppers, a little cayenne, and vinegar. But at the same time, your operation doesn't have to recreate the same idea. You can make it in a way that is gonna make sense for you. You can use things like this. It's like pre-made Bloody Mary mix, and you can just add a couple of these ingredients into your shaker, like the capers, the cilantro, and the cayenne pepper to add that extra layers. You can custom make it to the way that's gonna work for you and ingredients that you might be already carrying. However, just remember our name comes from the combination of items that usually not in the traditional Bloody Mary blend. So let's build this drink and see what you think. We're gonna start with our base, which we're gonna be using our Dulce Vida Blanco tequila, which again is organic. And we're gonna add 2 ounces of this to our cocktail. And now we're gonna do 4 ounces of our Bloody Mary mix. This Bloody Mary mix, what I did, we're gonna have the base of your tomato juice, vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, capers, cilantro, cayenne pepper, sitting at least 24 hours to marinate all these ingredients together. Now, I personally don't like adding my lemon or lime juice into it, so I actually add it as I'm making the drink, just because I don't want the citrus to change the profile and the layers in the blend itself. I just want it to be fresh. So that's why we squeeze our lemon juice separately, and we're gonna add it into the drink. Right now we're gonna be adding just half an ounce of lemon juice. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stir it all up. You can shake it, but I feel like when you shake Bloody Mary, you're diluting the drink with the ice going back and forth. And we're gonna build this into our tall glass. Ice all the way to the top, and we're gonna go ahead and pour this over. Now we're gonna garnish this with a little cilantro leaf, taking it right out, and then we're gonna use some olives, gherkin pickles, and a lime. Keep that green color in it. Now, personally, I like to just throw a couple of capers on top, just because the fact that we did add capers into our mix, so people kind of like identify where that's coming from. However, if you do play with the capers, make sure you reduce the amount of kosher salt you're gonna use in your mix, just because capers tend to be already a salty ingredient. You don't wanna like overpower the mix. And here we have Bloody Nonsense. I'm sure your patrons will love it as much as we enjoy making it. Why should I have this in my menu? Well, for a couple of different reasons. It's cost effective, it's easy to make once you have everything prepped, or if you want to go the other route and have your pre-made Bloody Mary mix in a can, you can just add a couple of simple ingredients, shake them or stir them, and then pour them for people to enjoy. This is something people, oh, is that a Bloody Mary? You can like bring out, like, actually we don't use vodka for it, we use tequila. Good thing about tequila is that it's gonna bring more of that vegetable texture on it, because vodka is more of a neutral spirit. With the tequila, you're gonna be able to blend that citrus that we already put in there with the lemon and the spices, and everything in together just makes it a very complex but to the point drink. And I think your patrons are gonna be able to see that, and you're gonna be able to see that in revenue at the end of the year. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as everyone else has. And please come back and see us again. Don't forget to subscribe into our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channels. Anything you might have questions regarding the mix or the products, don't forget to email us at producer@foodabletv.com. My name is Oscar. Until next time.